What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the FBA Capital Trading Channel. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys another weekly market breakdown on none other than NAS100. And I have a few things that are a little bit new. I have a new microphone, so if you guys can tell the difference in the quality of my voice, make sure you comment that below. And also let me know if you can hear my keyboard clicking too much or my mouse clicking too much, because I also got a new mouse, which is a little bit different. Also, I like to invest in my setup. But with that being said, we are about to get into episode 38 of this NAS100 breakdown. And first things first, we're going to start off on higher time frames of NAS100. This pair right here is currently US 30, and this is my little analysis that I have for it. So if you want a little sneak peek on what I'm thinking for US 30, here you go. You can screenshot it, look at it all you want. But now we're going to move on to NAS100. We're going to get rid of all this, and we're going to start off by just going to the monthly time frame and slowly getting these markups. So as you know, today is May 15th, Sunday, 2022. So we're still in May. So we're going to still have the previous April month highs and lows marked up. So we're going to have these previous month highs, previous month high, and then we got this previous month low right in here. And the reason we do this is because based off of higher time frames, we know where the liquidity lies. And as you can see, there's a few things I want you guys to pay attention to if you haven't seen these already. So the first thing I'm noticing on this higher monthly time frame is I was bearish for a while now, and now that price is starting to come down into this area, 12,000 area. We have these two down candles before this major up move. Now what is this down move going to be? This is our order block right here. Why? Because there was orders pushed into the market to bring the market down before price expanded to the top side, creating this high at 16,000 before coming all the way back down and retracing. And another thing you could do to have higher confluence is pull a fib from this low to this high all the way up here. And you can see that price is slowly trying to hold this fib. So we cleared the previous month lows, tapped into this monthly order block at this big figure level, and that big figure level is 12,000. So let me just get a little bit closer. Go in here. We're gonna make this nice and clean. So we got 12,000 right in here. We're rejecting 12,000, rejecting the monthly 2-month order block, and then we have the rejection of the overall fib long. So there's a lot of reasons for me to believe that price is more than likely going to try to be bullish. So long term, I am still very bullish on this pair, but none other than that, we are still in a bearish month. So we're going to go down to the daily and weekly. We're on the weekly. You can see the way that this weekly candle formed. We did have a big wick to the downside. Once we came to 12,000, we started rejecting after coming into this order block, as you can see. So as of right now, I am bullish. We probably will see short-term bearishness to try to accumulate more orders, maybe around the 12,000 level coming into early this week. So that's something I'm going to be keeping an eye out for. So one thing I'm also going to do is come down to the daily. We're gonna zoom on out a little bit. And as you can see, we got this daily bullish order block, not bullish order block, bullish engulfing. So one thing I am going to be potentially anticipating is a retracement down to this previous high right here. And why is this high important? Because this is leaving a fair value gap in the market. And if you don't know what a fair value gap is, I do have other videos on it. I'm not going to really go in depth on it right now, but I just want to keep this level in mind. So we do have this high from the previous day, and something I am anticipating is maybe Monday or Tuesday we will have a drop, come down, fill this in, potentially tap into this order block one last time before expanding and ideally reaching back for that previous month low to get back above it. So that's basically what I'm expecting. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this area and price, and this is 12,130. That is the level here. So now when we go into our intraday analysis based off the 15-minute and anything lower, we're going to be looking at this 12,130 area as a potential area for potential longs based off the higher time frame. So now we're going to go to our lower time frame. We're going to go to our 15-minute. Another thing I did add, guys, I have a new 12 a.m. open. So this black line is going to be my 12 a.m. open. And then I also have the Asian session indicator just to make my trading a little bit simpler, to make it so I don't have to keep on changing things all the time. So now we have this previous Asian session. And as you can see, Friday doesn't have the Asian session because the market closed before we could have that. So one thing I am going to do is I'm going to mark up the previous day highs and lows. So from Friday, we have this low right here, which is going to be our previous day low. Boom, previous day low. And then we got our previous day high right up here. If you guys see me moving a little bit slower with my mouse, it's because, like I said, I have a new mouse, so I'm trying to get used to using it. It is a little bit different than what I'm used to, so just cut me some slack. Trying my best. So we got the previous day high, previous day low, Then we had this previous Asian session high right over here. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these previous day's highs and lows, and in this case I'm going to use this high. So even though we have the previous day's low over here, that's because it's the wick that made the low, but body wise this is the low of the day, what we're going to use the body for. Now why am I going to use that body? Because I'm going to use that to draw a fib from that low to the high in anticipation of a potential retracement to continue this bullish uptrend. And now mind you, based off the higher time frame, we had that level in mind, 130. So we're gonna go 12 130, which is right here, 12 131. This is the ideal area based off the higher time frame that we're going to be looking for a potential trade at. And now we're gonna start to map out potential areas that price could be retraced to. Now first thing I noticed is this 12 130 area that we were looking at on the higher time frame is in confluence with this Asian session high. So that is going to be one potential reason why price is going to come down, retracing this area to potentially keep going higher. And now I'm also keeping in mind big figure levels. We have this 12-200 area right in here. Then we have 12-100, and these are two big figure levels. One is 12-200 is the one I ideally like to trade off of because that is part of my big figure levels, but nonetheless 12,100 is still in confluence with this Asian session high. And then we still have the previous day low below all of this. So from this ideal 100-point range, this is where I'm going to be looking for the ideal trades. Why? Because we have multiple confluences based off a higher time frame, lower time frame, our fib, and also just understanding of liquidity. We know that we have an equal high right here that is more than likely going to ran, if not when the market opens at some point this week. And then we also have this short-term low right down here. Now why do I think this short-term low is going to get ran through? Because for one, we have a lot of liquidity that lies below it. And why do I say that there's a lot of liquidity that lies below it? For one, we came down, had this retracement, but we didn't tap into 12,200. So one thing that is making me believe is that price is going to more than likely try to cancel out these orders that were down here. So people that have their stop losses below their low, price is going to make a run for below this, clear the liquidity, tap into these fib levels, tap into maybe 12,200, or maybe even come a little bit lower into 12,130 that we're ideally looking for before price can ideally keep on pushing higher. So that is what I'm personally anticipating as of right now for NAS100. And also if you go to slightly higher time frames, you can see that we have an order block in that area also. So 4 hour we don't have one, but if you look at the 30-minute and the 15-minute, we have these 3 and 4 consecutive down candles depending on the time frame right in this area also. So as you can see, there's a lot of reason for me to believe that from this area, price is more than likely going to have a reaction to the top side. If not a long-term move, more than likely there's still going to be a reaction nonetheless. And where do I think price is going to more than likely reach for? So as you can see, what do we know about these highs up here? We have this previous day high, but it's also a double top also. So there's more than likely going to be a liquidity run above these highs this week. And where do I think price is going to reach for? We look right above it. What do we have right above that level? Right above those equal highs. Right above the equal highs, we have this big figure 12,500 level, which is more than likely going to be targeted. Why? Because we know how price likes to react around these big figure levels. And if you look to the left, price is reacting. Look how price reacts around this level. Just off the simple fact that it's a big figure level. And the big figure level is, there's no magic behind it. The big figure level has these reactions because there's a lot of orders being put into these orders. When you buy a car or you buy a product at a store, you don't go to a store and pay $12.13. You ideally want to pay the whole price, and that's why people have certain prices like $9.99. So after tax, you're basically paying $10, or say for example $10.99, you're paying $11. The same thing with people putting their orders in these markets. They want their orders to be at these big figure levels. Why? Because if you get into a short at 12,500, you can hold it potentially all the way down to 12,200, and you'll have an exact move of 300 points. And that's what people want. They don't want to catch 280 points. They want to catch ideally the big figure 300, 100. They want to keep it even, and that's how you get good risk reward also. But nonetheless, that's just how people trade. A lot of orders are being put in these areas, and that's why price has the reactions it does in these areas. But nonetheless, this is ideally what I'm expecting for price this week. I do think we're going to be short-term bears to accumulate more orders around 12,200, 12,100 to potentially push higher into the week. And then from there, anything could happen. But this is what I'm expecting based off of lower time frames and higher time frames. But like I said, based off these higher time frames, anything could happen right now. Price is still rejecting, but my guess is price is going to have a retracement early in the week, make the low of the week Monday to Wednesday. We'll probably make the low of the week sometime in that period Then from there, price is going to more than likely try to keep expanding, because keep in mind it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 6, 7 weeks, not even days, of consecutive down candles. So we are in need of a potential retracement, and we're going to use this high up here to measure the retracement. So one thing we are going to do is we're going to pull our fib from this high on the higher time frame to this low, and you can see there is an at least more than likely going to be a retracement to at least up into this 14,000 area, which is still about, we're at 12,360, so it's about 2,000 points still, 2,500 points. So there's still a lot of room for price to move to the top side. And what do I see? I see a lot of potential opportunity for potential trades. So 14,000, that's ideally going to be a long-term target. As you can see, it's within this fib level, so there's a lot of reason for me to believe that price is going to try to at least come to this 14,000 area and have a reaction. If not in the next couple weeks, the next couple months before the year's over. You never really know at the end of the day. There's only 52 weeks in a year. There's only 12 months in a year, so we only have so much time for these candles. So with that being said, this is my analysis on NAS100. Like I said, from 12,100 to around 12,200. That is ideally where I'm going to be expecting the majority of orders to be put in the market and where price will likely expand. And if you want to get my last little reason for why I believe this, I'm going to take this volume profile and I'm going to draw it from this low all the way down here. Matter of fact, I'm going to draw it from the low of the week, which is right here. We had the low of the week from last week right over here. I'm going to draw it to this high right over here. Boom. And as you can see, the majority of the orders are in this 12,100 to 12,200 area right here. This is where the majority bulk orders are. So as you can see, that's just another confirmation for what I'm expecting. So with that being said, hopefully everyone enjoyed this video. Like I said in the beginning of the video, let me know how the mic quality sounds. It sounds a little bit better, hopefully. I'm hoping I spend a good amount of money on it. So just let me know in the comments. I will greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, hopefully everyone found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form. Just gave you a little bit of an insight to how I personally view the market and how I personally trade and how I personally just do my markups. But hopefully it was helpful in any way, shape, or form. If it was, like, comment, subscribe, share the video with a friend if it did. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Let's have a good week. Let's have a productive week. Let's have a profitable week. And everyone enjoy your Sunday, because when the market opens, it's back to work. So stay productive, and I'll see you all soon.